welcome to the chaos. I am Kristen, and I am the owner of Cheerful Chaos Crafts. Cheerful Chaos Farms and Crafts, because I do farm stuff too, but mostly these videos have been centered on the craft part. So, this is going to be another one of those sort of conversational hangout kind of videos. I know it's been a few weeks since I've done one. My hair's being weird. It's been crazy. The summer has been super hot, and I've had a lot to do around the house and around the farm, and had several rounds of illness with the kids. Not anything serious, just summer colds, but it seemed like every time somebody would get better, two more would get sick, and it was just like this constant cycle. I felt like we've spent almost the entire summer hacking and coughing and sneezing. Finally started to get over all that. Now my oldest one is sick again. So, what are you gonna do? For this one, I've got some new plushies to show that I've made in the past few weeks. I've got a market that I'm going to be doing this Saturday. I know, it's another summer market, and it's going to be so hot. So hot. But I signed up for it like way back at the beginning of summer before we realized it was going to be this way. And so it's local. This one's like 30 minutes away. It's not like the last one that was over 2 hours. So I'm gonna go and hopefully at least make my booth fee back. That's really all I want. I just don't want to be lost out on that. And then depending on how things are going, I mean, if traffic is decent and I'm not dying, I might stay. But if there's not very much traffic, then I'll probably pack up within a couple hours. I just want to try to get my booth fee back. That's my main goal right there. So I'm gonna get down my bin of plushies that is waiting tags. So that's gonna be another part of today, is just working on tag and stuff and just kind of being conversational, sort of, you know, vlog style. So this is the bin. Some of these you may have seen in TikTok videos or Facebook posts if you follow that. Some of them I haven't even taken photos of, so I need to do that as well. So like this guy, little frilled top mushroom boy. Bring him a little closer. It's so cute. He's got glitter eyes. Been using those a lot more lately. I like them. And this speckled yarn is the Michaels Sweet Snuggles Light in an orange and white speckle. I can't remember what the color is actually called, and of course the label is long gone, but I just think it looks really cute as mushroom tops, and then you don't have to add speckles on later. But I did this one a little bit differently because I gave him a little bit of a point and a ruffle around his head, and I just thought that was cute. So I got him. He's one of the ones that needs a photo taken to add to my Square app. And then I made some ghosts. I have 3 of them. I'm gonna try to get them all up. There we go. And they've all got the glitter eyes too in different colors. I've got a pink one and a green-eyed one and a blue-eyed one. These are from a free pattern that I found on TikTok, and I just took a screenshot of it so that I could have it as a photo in my phone. So I will add that before this video posts. I will add that pattern to my master pattern list, so you'll be able to see it if you want to replicate these. These are so cute. They're just a good little like hand squishy size, and they worked up really fast. I think I worked up each of these in like maybe 15-20 minutes tops. They're no sew. They have just little bobbles for the arms, and then the frill is just kind of worked like you would work like a jellyfish frill. Super cute. Very easy. And then I made these pumpkins with some really old yarn from my stash. The Lion brand wool ease thick and quick is what this is, that I've had for forever and not used for anything. And then I had some of these birch wood pieces from the dollar store that I had purchased a while ago for other crafts, and I just hot glued those in for the stems. This pattern is from Cameron's Cute Creations, the Bauble Pumpkin. She has a free video tutorial on these, and I think they turned out really cute, but they did take a little bit longer for me to make than some of my other plushies, and it may have just have been the yarn. I'm not as accustomed to using this wool thick and quick yarn, but they turned out nice. I like them. And then I have this pumpkin, which was from a pattern I I got off of Ribbler, and I'll make sure that's in my pattern list too. But this one is actually part of a set that is available to followers of the maker. That is the pumpkin, and there's also a variation of turning this pumpkin into a sea turtle, which was pretty cute with a little witch's hat. The thing I like most about this pumpkin, and I think this is going to be my new favorite pumpkin pattern, honestly, is not only does it work out really quickly, but the indentations in the pumpkin are included in the pattern. So you're not using an additional yarn to come through and tie tight, which I especially appreciate with these plush yarns because they break so easily. But the way she does it, it's a combination of single crochets and slip stitches. It just creates that ridged look of a pumpkin as you go, and you get six little evenly spaced bumps, and I just love that. I just love that that's included. The pattern also included a leaf, but I liked them with just the little stem, so I made 5 of these guys with I can't remember now if it was the Parfait Chunky dark orange, or this might have been one of those Hobby baby snuggle yarns. They're about the same weight and thickness and texture, those 2 brands. So I've got, I just dropped one, 5 of those. These are some that need to be tagged. I've already photoed them. I think I've already photoed the bauble pumpkins too. Then here's a set of things that I worked on while I was actually at work at the hospital the other night. A little octopus buddy, and this is from the chibi octopus pattern that I've got on my pattern list. And then I freehanded a little blueberry because I just had the tail end of this burnout blanket yarn in blue to finish off. And I made little triceratops with the blue, and I made a standard sea turtle with sort of a camouflage color shell. This is the burnout blanket tie-dye-ish yarn, and I think this is the last I had of this color. I was just kind of using it up, so he's cute, very cute. Those, I know I have photos of those. I just need to put tags on them. Okay. And then also this month, early half of this month, I guess, I've made several possums. Now this pattern, let me see if any one of these, I wound up starting with a pattern that I bought on Ribbler. It was a 3-in-1 Forest Friends pattern, and that is listed on my pattern sheet, but it was really just the jumping off point because the way that pattern runs, you crochet the ears and the feet into the body. It has a section where the neck kind of comes in and then the body widens out again, so it has a little bit more shape to it than these do. And somehow or other, every time I tried it, the feet, I just couldn't get them in the right place by following the pattern, and so I would wind up with the feet like one would be here, but then the other one would be like up here, and like these would be twisted the other way. It was just, and the tail wound up, instead of being in the middle like this, it wound up like coming out over here on this side, and it just didn't it just wasn't working for me. So I took it as like a jumping off point because I liked the shape of the face and how the increases were arranged to let the nose kind of, see how that kind of, I don't know if you can tell, see how the nose kind of curves up a little bit and the face kind of flares up. So it's not like a perfect cone, it's like a flared cone, I guess. So I started with that part of the pattern, and then I adjusted as needed to get the body to be just sort of more potato-like, because I thought that was cute. And then the feet and the ears, I just crocheted into the body. So like after the body was made, I just reinserted my hook where I wanted the feet to go and crocheted them there and then tied it off. Same with the ears. And the ears are just a single crochet, picot, single crochet. So very simple. So I made 3 of these guys. And these are all with the Michaels Sweet Snuggles Light in all of the colors that they're in. So those will need tags. Okay, and then I have another little mushy guy. Kind of standard colors, standard head shape. I've made a bunch of these guys before. I think they're under emotional support mushrooms on my pattern list if you want to do those guys. And then the last big thing, oh no, there's another mushy, a tiny mushy. He's a little bit smaller than his brother. Okay, so then the last thing I have in this bin is my line of desertals. And that's the one that you probably saw on TikTok or Facebook if you follow me there. But I have apple pie turtle, I just think she turned out so pretty. So pretty. And I think these are all the Parfait Chunky. Yeah, all of these guys are made with Parfait Chunky yarns. Isn't she cute? I just love it. I think the apple pie, or you could say it's a cherry pie, is my favorite one. And then I have donut turtle. And then I have another ice cream turtle. I sold the last ice cream turtle that I had, so I made another melted ice cream turtle. And then cinnamon roll. I took an inspiration from a TikTok video I saw for this guy. Now all of these turtles are made with the Rose and Lily crochet turtle pattern that they have a tutorial for on YouTube. But then when it came to the shell, I kind of created the alterations myself. So like for this one, the only thing I really did was I took the same dark brown yarn and I just single crocheted on top in a spiral shape. I just inserted my hook right into the shell down here and just worked my way inward in a spiral. That was all I did with that, just with single crochet. For the donut one, I actually took a donut pattern that I had gotten for free on Ribbler, and I attached the flippers of the tail to it rather than making the little holes that they normally have for this pattern. I just sewed them directly into the donut where I thought they would work best. For the ice cream one, it's the same as the Rose and Lily, except for when I do the ridge on the shell, I added this frill by doing half double and double crochets all the way around to give it sort of that melty look. And then the ice cream cone, I just freehanded and then stitched on to the top. Then the apple pie is the Rose and Lily pattern. And then I just color changed. So I did the main shell red, and then I color changed at the point of the ridge to the brown color. And again, just added a frill instead of like the regular ridge, just by doing, I think all I did was 2 single crochets into every stitch around, so that it gave it this little bit of a ruff, like the pie crust pinched look. And then I made individual chains with single crochet, like a chain and then a single crochet back. And I think I did, I think they wound up being 10 stitches long for the 2 short ones on the sides, and then maybe 15 stitches long for the big long ones that go over the middle of the whole shell. And I just braided them onto the shell and stitched them into place. That's all I did for that. Oh, and on the cinnamon turtle, the white drizzle is fabric paint. Just regular white puffy paint to give it that frosting look. So that's that. Let me grab my, oh, there we go, box of things, and I can price tag them. My marker. Box of price tags is not in this bin. Where did I put it? See, this is what happens when I pack up from a market, especially if I'm like in a hurry to get done and I don't pay attention to where I'm shoving stuff. I just shove it, and then I don't deal with it until I get home, and then I don't know where anything is. So yeah, I need my tags. I'm gonna pause you guys while I find these tags. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Found my box. Hopefully I've got enough tags in here. Oh, this is apparently also where I had these little bracelets that I had made and took to the last market, just for something a little extra to do, because I don't do enough already, right? Because don't have my fingers in enough pies. I decided to do this too. But you know, that's just how it goes. Okay, so here's a couple that have prices on them already. That's handy. When I can, I try to save my price tags. As I'm handing them to people, I'll take the price tag off of the plushie and I'll set it aside to reuse later, so I don't have to keep buying them as often. Not that it matters if I have to buy it, because it's $1.25 for like a pack of 50 or something at the Dollar Tree. But you know, if I can avoid having to buy another packet, why not? So this little guy, Triceratops, is going to be 10. And I already had a $10 ticket, so we will, or tag rather, attach that. There we go. That one's ready. I guess I will sit it. Actually, I'm going to start tossing them into this bigger bin. I don't know if you can kind of see. I have this big bin I just picked up from Walmart today. Actually, I'm going to show you guys why I had to pick it up. Oh, sorry. All right. Turn you around. Yeah, there's my little phone holder stand. So this is my stack of bins. Sorry, dog bed on the floor. Ooh, dog hair. I need a vacuum. Okay. There's my stack of bins full of plushies. So I've got that really big one, and then this one. That is actually like booth setup stuff. Plushies. New box of polyfill, almost empty bag of polyfill. And then the plushies that we've been talking about, all right here. So these bins were all completely stuffed, like shoving them down, packing them down in there, nothing else is going to fit. So I got one more of these really big ones that I'm hoping will fit maybe both of those and this, or maybe at least one of those and this bin full. So I can kind of cut down on the sheer number of bins that I'm taking. So instead of taking like a bunch of little ones, I'll take a couple of really big ones and then maybe a little one or something like that. So let me flip back around and put you guys back on the phone stand. Pardon me. Yeah, super unprofessional, I know. Sorry. And I sat on my tags. Okay, so they're going to be tossed into this big bin behind me so that I can start to reorganize. So $10 Triceratops. There we go. Okay, here's another $10 one with the string still on it. I actually don't want the string. Yes, baby? Okay, well, you don't have to finish eating it. If you have more in your bowl, put it in the fridge to eat later. If any of you have 5-year-olds, you understand the struggle. Meal times, especially. You know, starving, and then all of a sudden, I don't want this. I'm not hungry anymore. I'm sure there are some moms out there who know exactly what I am talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the string off. I had these all on. They come with strings from the dollar store.
Is that about to be done?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had.
Eat
So
your
I.
muffin.
Okay. This is why we call it chaos. And I had left the strings on for the longest time, but I don't tie them on with the strings. I use clips, and so then the strings were just kind of getting in the way, and they just didn't look very nice. So, all right. So I think, actually, I'm not going to tag ghosts yet because I haven't photoed them. So we'll do 10 also on the blueberry. And here we go. Boob. And we'll do 10 on the octopus. I have another visitor. Hello?
Hi.
I'm making a video.
Muffin.
Muffin. Yummy banana muffin. Are you ever going to wear clothes today? I take it that's a no. Okay. That's alright. It's 100 degrees out. If I could get away without wearing clothes, I would also not wear clothes. Well, actually, it's like 104, I think. It's ridiculous. Alright. So $10 on octopus. And in the bin he goes. And then I think I was gonna do, what did I say for these?
That can be $10.
I think you're right. I think $10 is what I said on the pumpkins, and then $15 for the bigger pumpkins. So let's cut the strings off. Put $10 on each of these pumpkins.
What should be on the mushrooms?
The little mushroom, I think the little mushroom guy was 10 and the big mushroom guy was 15.
These possums are huge.
Yeah, the possums are going to be 15.
Those.
The sea turtles, those are 35. So I know it's been unseasonably hot everywhere, but I don't know where all y'all are watching from. I know I have about 300 people who watch, a little more than 300 who watch on a fairly regular basis. You're so silly. So how are y'all putting up with this heat? How are you dealing with it? Because I'm dealing with it by avoiding being outside as much as possible, which is difficult when you live on a homestead, on a farm, and have animals that need your care. Octopus, you know, on the daily. So had to kind of rearrange how we do the farm chores. Still have to go out in the middle of the day, the hottest part of the day, to make sure everybody has water, because that's the most important thing to keep them healthy in this heat. And they do go through a lot of water when it's hot out like this. So we do that. But then as far as like other farm chores, we have actually been waiting until after dark, because it'll get down into the 80s, upper 80s after the sun goes down. So that's when we go out with flashlights and lanterns, and I have lighting in the barn that I can turn on when we're dealing with the rabbits and the quail. And so that's when we'll go out and do chores, because otherwise it's brutal, y'all. It is so brutal. And I had some, and I'm sorry if this is offensive to some people, but it's just part of farm life. You know, I had some animal husbandry tasks that deal specifically with putting food in the freezer that I had to do yesterday, and you can't do that after dark. So I had to do that earlier in the morning, but it still got so hot. It was so hot. I think we got finished at like 11:30. And it was only part of it. There's still more to be done, but there's only so much that I can do at once. You can't sit right here, baby, because I'm making a video and I'm trying to put price tags, and you're going to step on my stuff. So how are y'all dealing with the heat? If you have a pool, you could go jump in the pool. We have a little wading pool for the kids, but it's not something I really want to get into, especially after they've been in it a few days and tracked all the pine straw and dead grass in there, and it starts to turn green, and I have to go pour bleach in it to get it to clear up again. Yeah, that's not my idea of fun. So yeah, we just stay inside. We do indoor things. I've also been working from home a lot lately. I started working for a therapy company that works out of Alabama. They send therapists into the schools in multiple counties in Alabama. Occupational, physical, and speech therapists. And treat the kids that have, you know, some learning setbacks and difficulty with their speech in some kind of way and that kind of thing. So I've been doing a lot of administrative tasks for that company, and which has kept me pretty busy the past couple of weeks. But I like it because it allows me to be home with these crazy kids. And ghosties. And I just, you know, at this stage of my life, I want to be home. I don't want to be out in a workplace. Even though, I don't know, it's become such a thing, I guess, that you're not a whole, people want to shame the stay-at-home moms, it seems like, so much. They want to act like, you know, you're not reaching your full potential if you're not holding down a full-time job somewhere and taking care of your kids. And I'm just like, who wants to do that? I mean, I want to be with my kids. I mean, that's why we choose to homeschool. That's why we do all these things. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying being able to work from home for that purpose alone. Let's move on to, I think I'm finished with all the $10 things. We'll move on to the $15 tags. Let me do a quick count, see if I can move this along a little faster. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 $15 things. So that's 1, 2.
Mommy, but the ice cream started swimming away.
Yep.
And trying to see this donut.
3.
Where's the sprinkles?
4. On top. You have it upside down. 5.
Take the swimming in the ocean. Take the swimming in the ocean.
6. And
But where is this
7.
one?
Okay, and I actually do have the 3 ghosts are going to be $10 as well. So I
Mommy,
need
this
them,
book.
but I'm not going to put tags on them until after I take photos of them, because they don't look as nice in the photos with tags hanging off their heads.
Mom, this turtle.
So I'll just get the tags ready. That turtle needs to do what with your other turtles?
Be in the other bucket.
Yeah, he's with the other turtles. I have to put a price tag on him though. He's not ready. So then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turtles that are all going to get the $35 tag.
Mommy, look at the possum.
I see. The possum is being very silly.
The possum is going to be that dog.
Okay, so that's 1, 2. Oops. 3, 4,
Big pumpkin.
and 5.
Mommy,
Okay.
going to big pumpkin.
Yes, big pumpkin. It's gonna get a tag in just a minute. So, school hasn't started back for us yet. That's one of the nice things about being homeschoolers is we can pick when we go back. So we're actually gonna go back. Please don't play with my scissors. Thank you. We're actually gonna go back the second week of September. Normally it's the first week. We normally start Labor Day. Like that's usually our first day of school. But this year we decided we were gonna take a family beach vacation for that first week of September. And so we pushed school back for another week. We're really looking forward to it. I got a little Airbnb rented, and it's supposed to be right on the beach, which would be really nice. You're making this really hard on me because you keep taking all my stuff.
You're not having this detail.
And yeah, it'll just we haven't actually had like a family vacation in several years. We went to the Ark in Kentucky a couple of years ago, and that was a lot of fun, but it was kind of just a quick trip. We didn't spend a whole lot of time. It was like one day there and one day at the Creation Museum, and that was it. And then we came back home. So we haven't been on like a long family vacation, I think, since we got married, really.
Mommy, look at our turtles. They're
Yes,
everywhere.
the turtles, everything is everywhere. Just be careful, please. I don't want any of these getting dirty. Because these are hopefully going to go home with other people.
And Mommy, all of the turtles are running away.
All the turtles are running away.
Because you're scaring them.
I'm not scaring them. How am I scaring the turtles?
Because you're taking their friends. You're taking their friends.
I'm not taking their friends.
Yes, you are.
You're such a goober.
So,
Miss Possum.
Getting the box. Mommy, the pumpkins are popping away.
Well, all the pumpkin's friends are in the box, so I'm about to put him in the box with his friends.
But, Mommy, they're waiting right so they can run away. Ghosty's going first. No, Ghosty is going first.
No, I have to take pictures of the ghosties, so I'm not doing their tags yet. They have to wait. I'm tagging everything that I already took pictures of, and then I'm gonna take pictures of the ghosties and the mushy guy, and then they will go in the box. That's the order of business. So I'm taking pictures of them because I didn't say, so put them up on my Square site. So that's my other bit of news. That's my new website. Instead of doing Etsy, I did give Etsy a try. I tried it, but it's difficult to get any kind of traffic to Etsy without paying fees for advertising or whatever. And I just don't feel like I'm a big enough of a business to justify spending on ads when I don't know for sure if I'll make online sales, even with the ads. So, and most of what I've been doing has been in-person sales at shows. So since I had the Square anyway, and it has the capability to load up all of your items with photos. I mean, they're not great photos, but they're photos. I just went ahead and did that. And so I opened up the Square site. And like I said, they're small. They're like little thumbnail size photos. You can't get like super up close pictures. But it's something I can let people know at my markets that, you know, if they want to see any of this stuff online, or as I post things to Facebook and TikTok and whatever, I can link to that Square site and let people know that that is there, that they can look. And it just kind of gives me an additional way of marketing my stuff. Although I have not made an online sale as of yet. All of my sales so far have been in person at markets, or if I'm out somewhere making things. Like I had a homeschool kickoff that I went to last weekend, and I was running the table from my homeschool co-op because I'm the teacher coordinator for the co-op. And it was just, you know, an information booth, flyers and things. But I brought my crochet stuff because that's what I do when I'm sitting still somewhere and, you know, may have time periods when I don't have anything to do. I bring my crochet stuff so I can stay busy. Yes.
Can I have it?
You can have this one.
But it's too tiny.
No, it fits you, see? It fits you perfect. The big ones are more for grown-ups. Anyway, as I was saying, so I brought my crochet stuff
My muffin.
to the homeschool kickoff, and somebody there watched me crochet. I was just making little keychains. I had a little keychain chicken out of the Mabel chicken pattern, and she walked up, asked some questions about the co-op, thought the keychain was super cute, and asked was I selling them, and then bought it from me right then and there. Or like when I've been at work at the hospital, not that I'm, you know, ignoring my work at the hospital. I don't want it to sound that way, but there are downtimes. There is lag time sometimes when I'm sitting at the desk and don't have anything in particular that needs to be done right then. I've already, you know, done all my paperwork, or it's in between med pass times if I'm the med nurse. That especially on the weekends, and you know, there's not a whole lot going on the weekends, that I will crochet for a little bit, you know, 10-15 minutes here or there to make like a little keychain or something. So I've had people see those at work and purchase from me there. So like that's all my sales has been in-person sales, either at markets or people watching me crochet and just like buying it from me as they watch me do it. I haven't made any online sales as of yet. I've had a couple of custom orders, but they're from like family and friends, co-workers, that kind of thing. So yeah, the majority of it is definitely these markets. Okay, so that's everything.
I'm the blue one.
All the tags have been written, so the only ones left are the ones that I need to take photos of. They haven't gone into the bin yet, so I'm gonna leave them out until after I photo them.
It's me.
Oh my goodness. Leave those in the bin, please. Leave all my turtles in the bin. I'm trying to organize. There we go. So next, I'm going to take some of these smaller bins that I have sitting over here, and I'm going to try and dump as much of them into this big bin as I can and see if I can kind of consolidate things. So let me do that real quick. Move this stuff. Okay, y'all, come on. Get out of my bin. No, get out. Y'all go do something else now. I don't need you in my room right now. I'm trying to do stuff. Alright. So this bin has leggy froggies. Well, let's just do this. I don't need to go through everything again. You've seen all these. Okay, so that's a small bin and a medium bin, and there is still room. So let's see what else we can fit in here. Stacking empty bins inside empty bins. I will wind up having uses for these bins for sure. I'm always using bins. Okay, so here's another medium bin. Okay, so that fits all that. Oh, this mystery boxes. This was one of my really old price tags where I had made my business label and then a price on the back, but this just wound up taking too much effort to make, and it's so much faster just to use the tags when I get it from the Dollar Tree. This is sort of a spare, it's a sheet, but it's a spare tablecloth. Don't need that in there. So let's spread these guys out a little bit. Give them some breathing room. Okay, excellent. So that's all 3 of those bins now consolidated into one big bin, and there is still room for a few more plushies. Not a ton, but a few. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna use one of these bins to consolidate just all my market gear. So like tablecloth, my bin that has all my pricing materials and such, apron. I don't really use this, but I'm keeping it around, I guess, in case I ever go in something that doesn't have pockets, then I'll have an apron with pockets. This stuff is just like holiday related decor kind of stuff that I'm hanging on to for the next like holiday market of that holiday. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and dump the water balloons in there. Oh, feather. Isn't that a pretty feather? I think this came from my black lace red wind-up. One of my girls collects feathers and they wind up in the strangest places, really. That's like right there. It's okay. Let's see. I have several of these little gold baskets that I sometimes will put on the table to kind of separate things out, or I'll turn them upside down and use them as risers. So those can go in there for sure. So my mystery boxes and the other packets that I'd already opened of mystery boxes that can fit in there. Very nice, very nice. What else have I got in here? What else have I got that I can stack into one bin? Stickers, sticker containers. I don't make a ton of money on the stickers, but you know, they're cheap, so I just keep them. I just keep bringing them, setting them out. I do them for $1, and sometimes, you know, a little kid comes up and that's all they have is like $1 or 50 cents or something. So they like to be able to dig through and get a sticker. Let's see, this bin is one I was previously using to carry a bunch of market stuff around in, but I don't know that I necessarily need everything that's in here. So here's another tablecloth. We'll keep that in there. And bags. That'll fit in there. Nice. A little keychain hangers or scrunchy hangers or whatever I want to use these for. These hang directly off of my racks, and then I can hang stuff from them. This actually needs to go into the box. This is just some twine that has glitter in it, and I used it for making the hangers for Christmas ornaments that I had made for the last year's Christmas market, and I may wind up using it for something like that again. I don't need nearly this many hooks. I don't know why I have this many hooks. Okay, this is market stuff. Okay, so this is like display setup stuff. So I will leave this like this, because it's like, yeah, maybe one of these in here. And this bin will all be display setup stuff. Okay, so that's soap, that's soap, that's soap, that's plushies. I think that's everything, unless I have stuff like tucked away into other bins that I haven't found it yet, which I must, because I have like 3 of these somewhere, but they'll turn up, and it'll be fine right here for right now. Yeah. Oh, square reader. That probably should be inside this bin and not just like floating around. There. I feel a little bit more organized now. Not, not a ton. I'm never going to be a ton organized, but a little bit. So we'll just close that up. Put the lid back on this. Okay, everything's a little dusty in here now. Nothing I can really do about that though. Oh, that's actually bigger than this bin, isn't it? Oh, it's quite a bit bigger. Well, I did not realize I got one that big. Oh, these are heavy. Those are full of soap. Okay. I may wind up cutting a lot of this out because it's just sort of me organizing. Alright, well, other than taking pictures of these 4 guys for the most recent ones, I just made these yesterday, and putting the tags on them after I've taken pictures of them. That's all I really have to do for today to be prepared for the market this Saturday. So thanks for coming along with me, and I hope you didn't mind that this was a sort of a loosier format. Hope you didn't mind all the intrusions, and I'll see y'all next time.